Hi everyone, this is Dan from Customer Success here at AkkenCloud, and we're really excited to announce our Product Feature Awareness Program. Every month, AkkenCloud will be reaching out to our customer base to make all users aware of the new features that have been released from the previous month and announce any major product releases. This month, we have 4 new features to announce. So I'm going to bring you over to my Akken test database right here and show you those features. The first one of which is rates on company records. So we've introduced the ability to maintain rates on CRM Company records for your temp contract jobs. Users will now be able to save their contracted rates on the CRM Company. So the way to do that is to go to CRM Companies and then open up any company record, go to the Edit tab, then you're going to go down to the billing information section right here, expand that section, and where it says set default rates, you're going to select those rates. And keep in mind, these have to be set up ahead of time from the admin manage rates section. And once you have your rates selected and save, now you'll be able to fill in those rates in the billing information section. All you need to do is fill in the regular pay rate, and all the rest of the pay rates will pre-fill out, and fill in your regular bill rate, and the rest of those bill rates will fill out as well for whichever pay rates you have set up, whether they're custom rates, regular, overtime, double time, etc. Once you add those rates, you're going to go ahead and save or update that company record. And this is going to eliminates redundant data entry and erroneous data that you're going to enter in on job orders. So once you've entered those default rates for your company, when you go to the job orders section and you go to create a new job order or set up rates on an existing job order, I need to make sure that this is a temp contract position for the job type. I'm going to go to the billing information here on the job order, and when I select the company, ABC Company. I believe it's this one. I'll make sure this is the correct one. Those rates are actually going to fill in automatically for me, as you can see. So that is the company, rates on company records. The next feature that we have pushed out is called units of measure. This is also available from job orders. So in addition to the rates that we have already set up for you, we've added these new ones that have asterisks right here: per day, per mile, and per unit. And this applies to both the pay and bill rates on job orders and assignments. So it's going to help you to avoid any conversion of numbers when you're invoicing. So you now have the ability to select any one of those: per day, per mile, per unit. The third thing that we have released is rates on job titles. So we've introduced the ability to maintain rates on job titles from the Admin Manage Job Titles section, which I have open right here. Admin Manage Job Titles. You'll need to make sure that that's turned on per the user management so that you can see this menu in order to make this change. So users can now define rates when creating their job titles. So if I were to add a new job title right here, I can now select rates to associate with this job title. And I actually have this already set up for my admin position right here, admin assistant. And as you can see, I have all my rates applying to this particular job title. So it's going to enforce the job title as a drop-down instead of a free-form text field along with these predefined rates. And that's in order to make sure that occurs, you need to go to the options set up here in your Manage Job Titles and ensure that you have the job titles enabled on both job orders and or assignments, and click on Submit. Now once that occurs, now when you go to create a new job order or change the title on an existing job order, you'll have to select the title instead of there being a free-form text field. Now when you select that, let me just actually go ahead and create a new job order. And now you'll see when I select the type and I select the job title from my list I'm going to select that admin assistant position. And when I go back to my job order here, now that I've selected that job title, those rates auto-populate for me because they are associated with that job title. So it's going to eliminate the need to key in rates on every job order, and that ability is there for you when you're creating custom rates. So users can now attach specific job titles to specific rates. So if I were to go into my Manage Rates from the Admin tab, I can also go into any one of these rates I have set up or add a new rate and select job titles to assign to this rate. And you can see the admin assistant is actually already assigned to this particular rate. The final release that we have introduced is Timesheet Rules. And that I have open right here, Accounting Timesheets. These new menu options right here, Setup Rules and Process Rules. So we've introduced the ability to apply timesheet rules to regular timesheets. Previously, you could only apply timesheet rules to time in, time out timesheets. This new feature is going to help your users save time managing their approved hours for on-time payroll processing. So the first thing that you need to do if you're going to utilize these rules is to set them up. So you would go to Setup Rules, and you would fill in the appropriate default timesheet rules. As you can see, I have set up right here a maximum number of 8 hours, regular hours per day, a maximum number of 4 overtime hours per day, and then also per week I have 40 regular hours per week maximum and 8 overtime hours per week maximum. You can also enable the 7th day rule if applicable to your business, and there's a little blurb right here about that rule if you need to utilize that. And then you want to make sure you click on Update or Save to make those changes to your rules. Now, state rules can also be added to override these default timesheet rules, and these will be based on the work location state of those assignments. So if you want to add a state, you're going to go ahead and click on Add right here. Select the state from the drop-down. Set up the maximum regular hours per day, the maximum overtime hours per day, the maximum regular hours per week, and the maximum overtime hours per week. And go ahead and save that. That will add to your list of states that you may have already set up. As you can see, I had 2 already set up here. And now I'm going to go ahead and update my rules. And go back to my timesheet screen. Now, when you're ready to process these rules, there's actually been 2 submenus that have been added to the Accounting Timesheets menu. And these are Processed Timesheets and Processed Timesheets. So here in the main timesheet screen, these are submitted timesheets that have not yet been processed or approved. So if I go ahead and select a timesheet or timesheets, and I want to process the rules for these that I've set up, I'm going to go ahead and select them, click on Process Rules. That's going to move these timesheets over to the submenu Process Timesheets, which will open here in a new tab. Now, oh, and I think one of them didn't come over because I selected one that does not apply. So Tammy Irwin's timesheet, I'm now ready to apply the timesheet rules from this Process Timesheets submenu. If I remove this timesheet, it's going to kick it back out to the Submitted Timesheets area. Now, I need to select a week start date, and then I would go ahead and apply the rules. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to move that timesheet from the Process Timesheets menu to the Processed Timesheets menu. And then from there, and you can see I have another timesheet in here as well, I can now update the statuses of any timesheets in this Processed menu. and then approve or reject when I'm updating. Once the timesheet has been approved, it's then going to move to the approved timesheet section, just like it did before. But now you have the ability to process those rules to apply for maximum hours per day and also per week. Thanks again for your time. We hope you find these new features beneficial, and we will continue to roll these out once a month, the first Monday of every month, and we hope you enjoy them. Take care.